Welcome to second year microbiology. I think you all are very eager to start your studies. We are going to discuss a little about second year microbiology paper 301, and let us talk about something which can be sometimes seen, that is different type of eukaryotes. Especially we'll talk about fungi. Whenever we listen to this word, there are so many things which will come in our mind. The fungal growth we find on our chapatis and bread, the mushrooms we eat sometime in the form of soup or in the preparation of pizza, then the yeast which we use in fermented food preparation, in bakery items, and also in the production of alcoholic beverages. So there are so many different useful activities of fungi around us. It may be harmful also. There are different type of fungi exhibiting different type of their life. They are very much versatile in their size, shape, their lifestyle, their activities, their impact, and so many other things. So now let us start with the 301. The heading of the paper is Microbial Systematics and Environmental Microbiology. So, during this discussion, we will try to have an overview of paper number 301 syllabus, and from that, the unit which I am going to take, that is unit 3, and a small component of unit 3A is fungi. So let us have a look on this particular unit 3A, which is related to fungi. So unit 3 is divided into three different parts. Unit 3 is of eukaryotic diversity, and we have considered three components. The first is fungi, second is algae, and third is protozoa. In unit 3A, fungi, there are three components. Very first is 3.1, general characteristics, which include definition, occurrence, structure, and reproduction in fungi. 3.2 covers classification and introduction to major divisions of fungi. And subunit 3.3 include economic importance of fungi. So now let us start with the definition of fungi. What is called fungi? If you want to give scientific definition of fungi, we can start like this. They are eukaryotic, non-photosynthetic, achlorophyllous, heterotrophic, unicellular to multicellular, have filamentous thallus, nutrition is absorptive, their cell wall is made up of chitin and cellulose, they produce various type of spores by asexual and sexual reproduction, they are saprophytic, maybe parasitic or predatory, and their life cycle is complex. Now, if we look at the characteristics of fungi, their body may be unicellular or filamentous. The body of fungi is called thallus. That is the entire structure of the fungi, which is made up of the filaments, is called thallus. Then second is hyphae. What is hyphae? Hyphae is nothing but it is multi-branched tubular cell which is filled up with the cytoplasm. It is a kind of filament which is found inside the thallus of the fungi. Then comes mycelia. What is mycelia? It is aggregate of the hyphae. Hyphae will make a network of the filaments and they form mycelia. There are certain other structures also made up of fungal hyphae. There are special structures that we'll discuss later on, but just now we'll try to see what are septa. Septa is nothing but it is the partition in between two different fungal cells. So, fungi may be septate or non-septate depending on their status. Then there are special structures in fungi which are called by different names. Now, there are fruiting bodies which are found inside the fungal thallus. You can see very nicely that mushrooms are there, and in the gills of the mushroom the fruiting bodies reside and they contain numerous or many spores. Here we can see the mycelial structure. Fungi may be saprophytic or parasitic or symbiotic or predatory. Saprophytic fungi depends on the dead material. They utilize dead organic material, maybe animal or plant material. Then symbiotic fungi. Symbiotic fungi are living with the another different organism and they are mutually beneficial to each other. Then parasitic fungi, they are living on the tissue of the host. It may be any different type of host. It may be plant or animal or even human being. There are certain fungi which also produce disease and they are called pathogenic fungi. Now if we talk about special structures of fungi, there are various type of special structures and very first is Houstoria. Houstoria is nothing but it is the feeding organ found inside the fungi which invade plants and animals. Then rhizoids, they are root-like structures found in certain saprophytic fungi. Then comes rhizomorph. Rhizomorphs are found in the form of complex tissue which is made by the aggregate of the hyphae. It is found very complicated structure of hyphae especially in the wood deteriorating fungi. Then Epersonia. This particular structure is called infected thread which is found inside the parasitic fungi. Then hyphal traps. The fungi which kill nematode, they are called nematode trapping fungi and they have the hypha specialized for trapping the nematodes, that is called hyphal traps. The growth of the fungi may be of three different types: apical, subapical and there may be zone of vacuolation. Then ultrastructure of fungi. Here we can see very nicely that there are so much different type of structures available in a filament of the fungi. This is hyphae of the fungi, hyphal wall, vesicles, plasma membrane, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, nucleus, crystals, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuoles, septum, lipid body and so on. Fungi are eukaryotic in nature, so obviously they have well developed membrane bound nucleus, and all the membrane bound organelles are also found inside the structure of a fungal cell. They are heterotrophic and they have nutrition, and their mode of nutrition is absorptive. They utilize carbon from organic sources, and usually they release enzymes in the environment which are extracellular. They carry out breakdown of the substrate with the help of enzymes which are leaked out in the environment from the fungal cells, and these enzymes will then degrade the substrates into smaller units, and then after the simple and small units of the compounds will be taken up inside the fungal cell. This is the structure of the hyphae. You can see it is like a tubule. It is made up of chitin and cellulose. The cross walls are there, you can see, which make the compartments, and they are called septa. If they don't have septa, then the hyphae is multinucleated. They grow on their tips. This is the example of saprophytic and decomposer fungi found in the nature related with the different type of host. Symbiotic fungi are also there, which carry out life on mutualism. They live with other animal or plant. Mycorrhiza is a very good example of mutualism. It is the mutualism found in between fungi and plant, and fungi from Zygomycotina, Ascomycotina and Basidiomycotina make this particular special structure mycorrhiza. Lichens. This is also a good example of mutualism by fungi. Algae and fungi both live together in lichens, and they live for many years. They are usually found nearby the water sources, maybe ponds or rivers or lakes or even oceans. Fungi as parasite and pathogen. You can see that they may be parasitic to plants, animals, or even to human beings, producing various type of diseases. Then about their reproduction. What is reproduction? It is the production of new individual fungi. That is called reproduction. On the basis of the reproductive structure, there are two different types of fungi, holocarpic and eucarpic. In case of holocarpic fungi, their entire thalli is converted into reproductive organ. Whereas in case of eucarpic fungi, a small part of the thallus of the fungi is converted into reproductive organ. Then there are spores. These are the product of the reproduction carried out by fungi. There may be two different type of reproductions found inside the fungi, asexual as well as sexual. In case of asexual reproduction, it is without meiosis. It is only the product of mitosis. Whereas in case of sexual reproduction by fungi, it involves the union of two nuclei from a different sex cells or sex organs, male and female. The purpose of production of spores by fungi is for propagation. Now, if we talk about the asexual reproduction, it is divided into so many different methods. Very first is fragmentation. It is nothing but here the mycelia of the fungi break into many pieces, and each piece then after grow in the form of a individual fungi. Then comes budding. This is also the method fungi prefer, especially unicellular fungi found to carry out this particular asexual reproduction. Here They produce projections outside the cells and then after they get mature and detach from the mother cell. Then fission. It is nothing but it is the method of process of splitting the fungal cells into two halves and then after both the halves will get matured in individual fungi. This is the growth of the spore in the form of hyphae, and you can see a network is made by hyphae which is called mycelia. There is a special structure called sclerotia by fungi. It is the production of a very hard ring-like structure from interwoven hyphal part of the fungi. There are different type of fungi on the basis of their structure, morphology and life cycle. They are called by different names: chytrids, zygote fungi, sec fungi and club fungi. They are producing different type of spores on the basis of their asexual as well as sexual reproduction. And on the basis of all these criteria, we classify them. Then after there are different type of spores produced as a result of the reproduction. Very first is chlamydospore. These all are the asexual spores. They are thick walled spores. Then arthrospore, they are called oidiospore also. They have uh, a very normal type of appearance. The hyphae will break into component cells and they will then after behave as a spore. Then sporangiospores are found inside a sac-like structure. Conidiospore, these are the spores which are found on or outside of the spore bearing structure. Then about sexual reproduction, it involves three different stages: plasmogamy, karyogamy and meiosis. Plasmogamy is nothing but it is the union of protoplast of two different fungal cells. Karyogamy is the union of the nuclei of two different sex cells, male and female. Then meiosis. Meiosis is the reduction division or reductive division of diploid state of the nuclei. There are five different methods of sexual reproduction found in fungi. Very first is planogametic copulation. It is the fusion of two naked gametes. Second is gametangial contact. Here big structures, that is sex organs, are there found in fungi, Antheridia and Ugonia. Antheridia is a male sex cell organ and Ugonia is female organ. Then spermatization. A small male gamete will migrate and reach to the female receptive hyphae and enter inside. Somatogamy. Here the somatic cells are behaving as if they are gametangia. Then last one is gametangial copulation. In this process, the fusion of content of two different gametangia will take place. The sexual spores are produced by fungi. They are zygospore. They are large and thick walled. Oospore, which are big and many, or maybe one also. Ascospore, which are single cell spores found inside the sac-like structure. And Basidiospore. They are usually in the multiples of the 4 and these spores are found at the end of the basidium uh, in basidiomycetes. The interaction of fungi with the environment. There are beneficial as well as harmful effects of fungi. The decomposition is the most important part of their life. They carry out decomposition of various substrates and also they complete the elemental cycle by releasing or converting the elements into different forms. They also produce drugs, antibiotics, alcohols, organic acids, etc. And certain harmful effects are also there. They carry out deterioration of certain goods and also produce certain toxins. So one by one we'll see that what are their uh, importance in ecology. Very first is they are involved in production of the food, cheese ripening, beer production, wine production, bread production, bakery items production, and also in brewing and baking items. They are playing a very active role. Then in case of medicinal field also, they are potent producers of certain antibiotics. Very first was penicillin from Penicillium fungi. Then certain antiviral compounds are also available from the fungi. They are used as biocontrol because they are able to kill the pests which are found in the agricultural plants. For example, a very particular fungus is found to kill caterpillar. Then certain other fungi also kill potato beetles, leafhoppers, and spittle bugs, which are used as biocontrol, and they are spreaded on the fields in the form of the dust and mixture with the solution. So there are certain fungi which are involved with the infection and in the production of diseases in the agricultural crop. Plants get infected and they may be called by common names like rusts, moths, mildews, or agouts and wilt. They are also able to produce certain mycotoxins. They are very toxic to animals and human beings, and there may be certain complications by eating these mycotoxins. Then they also carry out certain infections in animals and human beings like athlete's foot and candida infection. They are very common, and fungi are also found to be able to live with a human being. They carry out spoilage of so many different type of things like they spoil food, rubber items, leather items, textile material, woods and papers. Wherever there is a little amount of moisture, the fungi are able to grow. They are also able to produce certain gibberellin. And very important part is edible fungi, that is mushroom. Mushrooms are also very important part in our food nowadays because there are so many items can be prepared from it. There are certain mushrooms which are toxic also. So this is a brief review of fungi. They now, if we summarize the today's discussion, we can say that fungi are eukaryotic organisms. They don't have chlorophyll. They are dependent on organic material. They have filamentous structure. There are so many different type of fungi starting from unicellular to multicellular. Fungi produce different type of enzymes. They carry out the decomposition of various substrates in the nature. They complete the elemental cycles. They are involved in the production of so many different foods. They also cause disease in plants, animals, and human beings. They exhibit different modes of reproduction. Asexual reproduction is done by various methods. Sexual reproduction is also done by various processes, and at the end of this reproduction they produce numerous amount of the spores which are found in the air, and they can live in the air for longer, and then thereafter they carry out the infection in a particular host. They are also very important for biocontrol. For the pest control in agriculture, they are used very effectively. They are also involved with the production of certain fermentation products like antibiotic production, organic acid production, then gibberellin, that is growth factors, then certain other things like alcohol production, cheese production. So there are so many harmful as well as useful activities of the fungi which are related to our society, human beings, and entire earth. So thank you very much. I think that you have understood little about the fungi when we were discussing about the syllabus. There are so many different type of fungi and it is really very beautiful to understand about them. So in the next meeting we will start discussing about fungi. Till then, stay happy and God bless you.